Whenever you are trying a new path or you want something different for yourself, but it feels uncomfortable, it feels scary, it feels overwhelming, exhausting, all these things. Natural, first of all. And this is when most people will turn on themselves. This is when most people will avoid themselves and their desires and what they actually want. It feels too hard. And that is 100% valid. It does feel hard. Whenever you feel stuck, it sucks. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to sit in this suckness and this stuckness rather than changing and trying something new and getting myself out of this funk and going towards what I actually want to go towards. You'll sabotage it for yourself because it's so uncomfortable. So, how can we get through this? So, we talked about kind of the background on stuckness. And like I said, it might be something super deep, but it also might be something a little bit smaller, a little misalignment. Wherever you are on the spectrum, I'm going to give you tips on how to overcome it. So let's talk about self-compassion. This is so important. How are you treating yourself? A lot of people will say, I feel so stuck. I feel this, I feel that. It sucks. I hate it. True. But like, why are you looking at yourself and judging yourself? Why aren't you being kind to yourself? Of course, it's hard to feel these things, but not accepting yourself and fighting against how you feel is making it worse because it is what it is. If you feel down, if you feel unmotivated, accept yourself because that's how you're going to be able to come out of it instead of fighting against it and fighting against it. You know what? I accept. I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling frustrated, exhausted, all of these things. I'm not going to judge myself. It is what it is. You might be thinking like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just get it together? I should be further along by now. I shouldn't feel this way. You are who you are. You feel how you feel. There's no should, shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. I hate that word. I should be further along. I shouldn't be feeling this way. Why can't I just be normal? Why can't I get out of this funk? Blah, 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 blah. Of course, I understand. Like, I'm not trying to invalidate those feelings, but at the end of the day, this is how you feel. So we got to be kind to yourself. That's how you're going to get through it, is being nicer to yourself. You don't get unstuck by being harder on yourself. I'm going to teach you skills to get through it. There are things you can do, but by beating yourself up, talking negatively, wishing you were someone different or had a different circumstance. And trust me, I've been there. That kind of like victim mentality. Well, if I just had this easier, if I didn't have this issue or whatever, you're not going to get unstuck by talking to yourself like that. You get unstuck by becoming safe for yourself. You get unstuck by being kind to yourself, validating yourself, showing yourself compassion, hearing yourself, being curious about yourself, having that harsh inner critic come in. What is that gonna want? Like, what is that gonna make you feel like? Like, honestly, when someone criticizes you or when you criticize you, what do? Shut down, get sad, beat yourself up, guilt, shame, all of these things, regret, right? You just like, it's like this big pity party. I'm so stuck. What happens when you're kind to yourself? Or what happens, sometimes people have a hard time being like, how do I be kind to myself? Instead of thinking about how you're gonna be kind to yourself, let's think about how you are kind to your friends and your friends are kind to you, or just a really supportive person in your life. Okay, so let's think about this supportive, amazing person that you have in your life. And if you don't have one, I'll be that person for you right now. But I want you to think about whenever you go to your friend and you say what's going on and what's been really difficult for you, what does your friend say? How do they treat you? They maybe give you constructive criticism. They're probably kind to you. They're probably like, I'm here for you. Probably like, that sounds really tough. How can we get through it? It's okay that you feel that way. Like, let's get through this together, right? So you need to turn, like, whatever your friend would tell you or whatever you would tell your friend who's dealing with a similar thing, you need to give that to yourself. Okay? Be your own friend. Of course, we can hear that from like me or from your best friend, but you need to give yourself the compassion that you probably give to other people all the time. You need to give yourself the compassion that your best friend gives you. This makes all the difference whenever you're feeling emotions that you don't want to feel. If you take anything away from this, self compassion, it's going to help you with so much more than even a feeling stuck.